In this mission, we return to Nicodranus. The DM has allowed our characters some downtime to get things done and prep for a town festival that will involve a number of light-hearted small games and delights and pleasantries and a death race in the afternoon, followed by tea. If you don't know who the characters are, then you should probably go back and watch an earlier video. We depart from Leia's house and return to Nicodranus. Kronk is interested in seeing how his largest donator to the Church of the Flying Spaghetti Monster, who has millions, if not thousands, of followers, is going, and if Lady Uganda could donate some money to fund the publication of some of the church's religious texts so that they can be shared with the community for those who wish to learn. This time, Kronk was going to make sure the correct teaching were passed on and we wouldn't end up with a finger puppet sect of the church going around. Lady Uganda had luckily sent a messenger, and he'd been waiting outside the house that we'd reallocated recently, inviting Kronk to dinner at the manor, and a coach would come and collect him later. Galin had some work to be done on the turtle shell wagon and his iron defender, such as pulling out arrows and doing some basic repairs and prepping for the race. So he got down to that, and Ben decided to accompany Beard to the university to collect our payments for searching for the lost exploration party. Now, I didn't bring this up last time due to the length of the video, but we discovered the party dead in the temple. On arrival, we find our way to the administration office and collect their payment. The university's arch-chancellor is dealing with them. His room is large and has shelves from wall to ceiling. Large desk made of mahogany, and part of that desk also contains a small cage with a gnome in it who seems to be doing some accounting. While the Arch-Chancellor is counting out the money, Ben thinks it is a really good time to steal from the hand that feeds him, and tries to sneak over and take some money from behind the Arch-Chancellor's back. He decides to do this to go from standing directly in front of the Arch-Chancellor to sneaking around behind him. But the Arch-Chancellor spots the movement and calls, "Excuse me, what are you doing?" Beard casts Dissonate Whispers, and Ben tries to tackle the mage. The Arch-Chancellor palms the halfling off and saves verse Beard's spell and heads for the door, but trips on his own robes and knocks himself unconscious on the doorframe. The two quickly tie him up. Now, these characters don't want to kill the Arch-Chancellor, but they can't leave him there either. So they free the gnome and decide they need to alter the memory of the Arch-Chancellor somehow. To the magic shop! Eric, having returned from his mission, is met by a messenger at the house. "Hey, Eric, you better get to work. Gordon Ramsay, he's been asking for you." Eric quickly gathers his stuff and heads to the restaurant. Once there, he cops an earful and being late and not knowing where he was, and he's throwing away a great opportunity, and all commands all that night have to be answered with, "Yes, chef." Told to cook meals, Eric does so and does get the odd plate thrown back, but generally provides good, solid meals, and Gordon Ramsay is impressed. Kronk was having dinner that night with Lady Uganda. She's a 60-year-old rich widower. Over dinner, they discuss donations to the church to create pamphlets and holy books. All is going well, and Lady Uganda turns out owns a printing company, so Kronk can take advantage of that. Kronk isn't used to high living, but does enjoy talking about the church. Lady Uganda writes him a letter to be taken down to the press in the morning with the publication he wants made out. But she also wants that dragonborn in bed with her. I'm unsure how to play this character at the point, but being pressured by my wife, who currently is playing Eric the Cleric, Kronk accompanies Lady Uganda to her bedchamber. I decide that apparently Kronk doesn't really see much difference between humans, and the young ones smell a bit too much like food anyway. Give him a mature human or don't waste your time. The first stamina roll was not great, but after a cigarette and a quick win, second win, he's back in the game and he wows that old girl. Now, Ben and Beard have been walking around town trying to find a potion dealer who can help with their little misunderstanding with a tied-up wizard in their possession. A place is found. Planning ahead, Beard casts invisibility on Ben, and while Beard asks about the potion and distracts the shopkeep, Ben can slip in and grab the vial. Child finger discount. So, I need a potion to forget the last few hours. Been to the abode down the road, have you? What? Well, we've got a potion for you, but it will be 1,000 gold pieces. As the shopkeeper indicates the potion on the shelf, Ben sees his target and moves quietly round to do some resource reallocation. But as he moves around past the counter, the anti-magic zone activates and he becomes visible. The DM wasn't about to let him get away with this. Otherwise, everyone would be just simply going in, buying invisibility potions, and then ransacking places. Realising he's now visible, and catching the eye of the shopkeep, the rogue has to think fast on his little halfling feet. And so he decides to seduce his way out of the situation by twerking. Halfling booty doesn't seem to do it for the shopkeep. Put that away, little man. Look, if you need this potion so much, I actually have something I need done, and you two are the two people who can do that. That spice den you cleared out of, that was part of a business a few of us had going, and we need it going again. Now, I need to state here that at some point, we don't play a video-linked game. We just play our voices online when we play these games. But I can tell you that those two didn't bat an eyelid when they took that deal, and they took it hard. So apparently, there is a tunnel system under the house, which we liberated. It's been part of an underground drug market, and we kind of halted that trade. So now, there is a deal that the drug users or suppliers will simply rock up to our place, show a pin lapel on their jacket, and they will get access from Beard or Ben to the tunnel system or to buy drugs. Beard, now with potion in hand, force feeds it to the unconscious University Arts Chancellor they have tied up, pour some whiskey all over him and take him down to the docks, and just for good measure, get him shanghaied. He will soon wake up, not remembering how he got there, smelling of booze, and signed up for a tour of duty with Nicodranas' navy. And that is about all we could fit in for this session.